this one, the founder of Nijisanji India, the original Nijisanji.
Branding is everything when it comes to launching a corporate VTubing group. Well, not literally everything. Character design, initial performance, exposure, connections, and all those other elements also help. But the brand of the VTuber group also plays quite a significant role. It just doesn't dictate the initial
I like his
success
style,
of the
it's
VTuber
just
in
with a
question. They
alcohol
dictate
over
the
there.
environment, expectations, community, and the base viewership a VTuber gets. You put a
Oh, you
talent
watch
in
this?
Hololive or Nijisanji JP or EN, and they get a lot of mainstream attention, whether that's from Japan or the West. Every anime news site is going to try and squeeze everything they can about the debut, and the VTubing circles in 4chan, Reddit, Facebook, and Twitter, and Japanese
Acha was
social
really
media is
chill,
going to be talking about it.
bro.
You put a talent in Hololive Indonesia and they'll be successful, but they'll be nerfed. They won't get as much initial attention as
When is Hololive Philippines? When will that happen? All the Filipinos would freak out. Bro, pick me. Pick me. If you're watching Hololive, pick me.
and will have to rely on their own skills, talents, and word of
I don't know
mouth to make
Tagalog.
up for it. But you put someone in a branch like Holostars or Nijisanji Korea and
Wait,
however-
Korea? Korea?
however, it could be worse. What if you launch a VTuber group
Wait,
to a demo?
wait a minute. What's that? Nisanji what? What's that?
Nijisanji Korea and however, it's Nijisanji Korea and
What's this? Nichi ID to a certain extent, but even less to that. What does it mean? Less so than KR. Oh, I see, I see. I guess this view is nice.
however, it could be worse. What if you
And
launch
she
a
only got
VTuber
50
group that
viewers when I
is
was watching her video
microscopic in the
before.
industry,
Bruh.
to a group that's not exactly profitable, to a place where there was no demand or desire of it at all, and to a culture that barely knows what the fuck VTubers are? What if you launch a VTuber group without doing any research and without the vision to know what to do with them? Well, the answer is obvious. You've read the title, didn't you? Cue the intro.
Maybe it's just like, hey, Nichisanji VTuber, hey, here we go. Now do the things
Nijisanji
that you
India
can
was
do.
an absolute failure. Not because the talents weren't good, but because of a whole slew of problems outside the talents and in some way even the agency's control. But before I'm going to tell you why and how that happened, what is Nijisanji India anyway? It's the Indian branch for Nijisanji. That's all there is to it.
Oh.
Nijisanji India's genesis started in late 2019, when Nijisanji released an audition call for Indian VTubers. Exciting! The massive
Bro, so why
phenomenon
didn't you
virtual YouTubing
audition this
in
one?
2019, a time where VTubing was obscure outside East Asia,
Oh.
in a place where the weed culture was not exactly mainstream, and where the VTubing community was almost non-existent? Gee, I sure hope I have a chance of succeeding, especially since I'm the first of my branch and I'm targeting a demographic that's not really into VTubers.
Oh my
I'm
god.
sure the higher
So it was
what
not
they're doing
popular
before
back then
doing
in
something
India?
like this, right?
The whole anime or VTubering thing?
I don't want it to seem like I'm dissing Nijisanji or
It's
the
not that
Indian
popular, I
branch.
guess.
I just wanted to convey how you can
Hey,
tell
where
that
from
this was
that
not a
shit?
good idea
Noise.
from the very
I wanna be
beginning.
independent,
Why it
that's
was
why.
tough
I see, I
because they
see.
thought it was. Some people showed relative interest at the announcement,
Look.
but others were skeptical and questioned the decision to expand there. You see, at the time, any caller was doing what I think can be best described as fast VTuber colonialism. It was an endeavor that either hit or missed.
Is that
But while
Philippines?
expanding to China, Indonesia, and Korea was understandable since they had
How about
an
Philippines,
established
huh?
weed fan base. In India, the fan base there almost didn't exist. And on their debut
Oh.
of January 2020, very few
So it was
people
not
tuned in to
recognizable
watch
back
them,
then, the
except for Noor. And you know what?
VTubing
Not many of the
in
viewers
India.
there were actually Indians, so their domestic viewership was almost non-existent, causing them to speak more English than Hindi. They had like 20 to 50 live viewers as far as I remember, and with Noor reaching up to a few hundred. These are good enough numbers for most indies, but not for a group that's backed up by the top dogs of the VTubing business.
Oh.
A few months later, in June 2020, however, Nijisanji India decided to rebrand to Nijisanji EN due to their failed domestic market penetration. Perhaps they thought that this sudden change
Anime got super popular because of quarantine here. Oh, what do you think? Oh, I see, I see. Bruh. So I guess Nisanji like became EN instead of ID. Oh my god. Liking anime was like being special, not now it's cringe. Oh. New fans are cringe. Seems like a kind of like a BTS thing.
would make some buzz due to the fact that technically this was one of the first English branches that the big VTubing world created. However, there's a problem. Nijisanji didn't really have a dedicated EN audience to warrant an English branch at that time.
Oh, that's
there were
true.
very few translated clips of them, aside from the frankly mediocre clips that the official channel pumped out. And because of that, the YouTube algorithm didn't
And they
promote them to
reeks of
English-speaking countries
cringe.
as much as Hololive, who had a great abundance of clippers and translators. Nijisanji certainly wasn't fit to open the first big English branch. So even if Nijisanji launched an EN branch way before Hololive, they would not have blown up even remotely near as Myth did, especially if they did so this early.
Weeblets are
But rebranding
cringe.
into Nijisanji EN and making it your first
Yo, I love
EN
Super
branch
Sora,
to
I don't lie.
English viewers was a terrible idea. Changing your name doesn't do jack shit if the name
It's
you're
the only
changing
anime
into
that I
doesn't
know.
carry weight. Their expansion to the greater English-speaking demographic and their first branch being a half-assed
Yeah, that's
rebranding at
that's
that
kind of cool that they know
wasn't a good
English
look
though.
for Nijisanji or any color, which caused a few people to raise their eyebrows. In any case, whatever increase in viewership and traction that Nijisanji India got from this name change didn't really do anything significant. The only person in Nijisanji India who found decent success was Noor, who was the definite fan favorite. In fact, the gap was pretty fucking massive.
I think the only person I visit on their streams was this person. It was just one time as I like talked there. It was at yeah, I think.
After rebranding, Nijisanji India was doing their own thing, playing games together and doing typical VTubing stuff. That was until Hololive EN's myth exploded, changed the VTubing landscape forever and took over the world. Then VShoujo also became really successful,
Bruh.
and big brands were starting to launch their
I sent
own
like 2 or 3
VTubers.
messages.
So because they wanted to get serious,
Oh,
they
nice. I
wanted
don't remember
Nijisanji
mine though.
EN to be a rather
I was
big
concentrating on my
development
thing.
no more half-ass expansions. They were going to take their sweet time to plan their course, do actual research, and pull out the marketing big boys. But there was a problem. They already had an English branch, and this was their response to the VTuber boom, and if casual fans found Nijisanji interesting,
Wait a minute. What if they want to do a thing again with this kind of EN stuff? Why not just make relaunch? I guess make a new character, not a character, like a new remodel. I guess modeling the re-debut as an official EN thing, but with the same people. That would be some kind of a nice respect to them, I guess. What happened?
wanted to check out their EN branch and saw this, that wasn't going to work out well for them. If they wanted to expand to the west, they needed specific people, and the current members of Nijisanji India were not it. They
Oh.
needed to start from the ground up.
Oh.
Burn the forest to let a better one grow. As such, Nijisanji
That won't work.
EN reverted to Nijisanji India on November of
Oh, the companies don't care. Oh, okay. So they became India again. That sucks. How about Nisanji India / E? So they got thrown off again, I guess. If you're a bother, they won't hesitate to kick you out. Oh no. Oh my god.
and the very few people
That
that followed
sucks.
them were rather confused or upset, because at this point it was clear that Nijisanji didn't really know how to manage the branch. People accused them of not giving a fuck about the branch and not doing anything for the talents at all. That being said, Nijisanji India's activities didn't stop. They still continued to stream for a couple more months, and while they did, nothing really changed. There was no substantial growth, they barely broke 100 live viewers and wasn't really paying
Aw.
any money. Except for Noor, because she speaks Japanese, had the coolest character design, was the most familiar with the culture, and a lot of other factors.
At least she has a little bit of a little bit of exposure. I mean that's cool. Look at that. My god.
This continued for a couple months. That was until
I mean, her
in
model looks cool.
2021, Anycolor announced the graduation of Nijisanji India and suspended the Nijisanji India brand indefinitely. This was Ishikara's
Wait a minute, what? All of them? All of them? What the fuck? So what happens to them then? They didn't do anything, right? Like how some companies don't care kicking small VTubers to save money. Ah, that is true.
that yes, this
It's like if you don't do any much growth or you don't have like any much success in your channel for the past few months, they're like, man, maybe spending my money too much on this person is not worth it at all. So I guess it's time to let this person go and find something new.
Project
Like
is a
fucking
complete
K-pop.
utter failure. And how did the fans react? Well, nobody
Oh,
was surprised. A lot of people saw this coming from a mile away. Hell, people saw this coming the moment Ichikara launched that audition call for India. And again, some people were genuinely mad because it seemed like Nijisanji just didn't give a fuck about them. Similar sentiments are also shared when it comes to Nijisanji Korea and in
search
some
up
way, Nijisanji India
Kataribes
is a hit.
Tumugu
To them,
next.
Nijisanji
Oh, I think
was
I seen
stretching
the pink
themselves
hair
thin
guy.
while expanding too rapidly.
I mean
The
girl. I mean
resources
guy.
to fund and market these VTubers were extremely tight. And because the Indian branch was the least influential and was barely making any money, they were just an afterthought. The sad part is that not many
Ooh.
people really turned into their graduation streams too. Except for Noor, obviously. As such, Nijisanji
No. Uh, Oh god, not many people. I mean, that's a lot of people. 24 hours suffering? Wow, that's a lot of hours. Aja, no. God, Noor has a lot of people watching her.
turned into their graduation streams
Katiribis Tumugu. Wait a minute.
too. Except for Noor, obviously. As such, Nijisanji India, the
I watched all of this before auditioning for a company. Ooh. Wait, Sumi, are you in a company before?
OG Nijisanji EN, was dissolved and very few people mourned them, or even knew who they were.
Maybe
Other
it's
than fucking
Suumi.
Noor again, people really loved Noor
What if Suumi is like Noor? Or Aja? Oh no.
goddamn. So with that being said, the question remains. Why did Nijisanji
Kinda sad I
India
don't know much
fail
about
this
those two.
hard? The answer is actually simple. While many people may point out that Nijisanji didn't advertise them enough, I actually
Sumi is
disagree.
undercover, yeah.
Nijisanji did all they could.
She's
to
already a
showcase
pro
their
before we
talent.
know it.
They put them in international collabs, put them in the official clips, showed them off in Nijifest, and was basically allowed to do whatever they want. You can argue that they might have done this too late, since the first few months of a VTuber group's debut are key for its success, and I'd actually agree with you. But Twitter promotions and collabs with other branches can only get you so far. What else could have Nijisanji done for them? Buy billboards in India, ad slots in Indian social media, and all kinds of costly endeavors?
I mean, India has like a huge population. But the thing is that if you advertise something like an anime or something, it's kind of like, oh, what the fuck is that? What the fuck is that billboard? What is this? Cartoons. Oh god. It's kind of like
Didn't guarantee a profitable
with
return.
Philippines, I
No.
guess.
The real mistake that Nijisanji made here wasn't that they didn't market them enough, it's that
Sumi
they didn't do any
sama,
research. Not about
please
the
put
culture
in
of
a good
Indians,
word
whether
for
they
me.
were profitable for this sort of business, and
They
whether there
won't
was
get
any
it.
value for VTubers there. Nijisanji
Yes.
India in paper sounded like a good idea. India had a rapidly increasing interest in anime.
Yeah.
It's also the country with the second biggest population, and
Yeah.
is as such an untapped gold mine, and the ones leading the charge was one of the world's biggest and most profitable agency. However, it gets less promising when we analyze the details. India had a rising interest in anime, but anime culture there wasn't exactly profitable.
Yeah, and cultured
Unlike in the West,
Filipinos.
Indonesia, China, Japan, the Philippines, and a lot of other countries.
Yeah, let's go
Relative to their
Philippines.
size, India did not have much of a mainstream weeb presence.
Yeah.
And remember,
Look. Number of anime contracts agreed. Look at the Philippines. It's way below there. Bro, Ireland. Oh my god.
VTubing was still just a niche of a niche. Even if an Indian liked anime, it doesn't automatically.
But it slowly grows, though.
VTubers.
It's
It is the
getting
country with the
popular a
second
bit.
biggest population, but there were no domestic
And
demand
this
for
is why I
VTubers
started
there.
streaming in
One
Hindi.
might think that Nijisanji wanted to and should create that demand, but
Oh yeah,
just
what's that about though? You were like streaming in Hindi at first and then slowly becoming English.
create a demand that easily, especially not with Nijisanji's stretched out budget and marketing plan at the time.
I wonder,
In
what
the
is the
end,
origin? How
Nijisanji
did we
India
know each
failed
other?
because it was a half-assed campaign and there was no market for them. 2019 was a time when VTubing companies were trying to find out what works for the VTuber
origin
business and
story.
what doesn't.
Yay, there we go,
Industry,
Ai-chan.
Hololive, Update, and Nijisanji are bound to make mistakes. It's just that this one was one of Nijisanji's interesting ones. There's a lesson to be learned here for many
International
VTubers, since if they want to
internation.
expand, The biggest being that they have to actually do their fucking research before breaking into a new market.
Yes.
Especially if that market has different cultures from what these VTuber companies are familiar with. Like I said, branding is a very important factor when it comes to launching a VTuber group. The relative success depends on it a lot more than you know, which is why it's key that if you're an aspiring VTuber who wants to join an agency, you choose well what branch or brand
Oh
of that
god,
agency
just
you
an
want to
afterthought
jump
though.
into.
Like, what if like the biggest company, I think, in entertainment, like T-Series, would launch their own VTuber group? Hmm? Hmm? What if someday? I mean, that's like if they find it like there's a potential in that kind of market. I'm pretty sure that will happen someday. Someday. Hmm? Hmm?
Do your
Who
fucking
knows?
research.
Someday.
Despite the brand nerfs or buffs, a VTuber success isn't
God, if that
predetermined. There
okay, if that happens someday, go back to this clip, me saying it, and it happened. Then I'm gonna be like, yeah, I told you so, guys. I told you so. I mean, idol group. Look at this, music. They make movies, I guess. I don't remember.
their own merits, hard
Movies.
work, and skills will be
It is a
able to
music
negate the
company.
brand
It would be flop if there's no
with
demand
something
for it.
more. And
True, true.
conversely, their lack of creativity and entertainment skill or unfortunate circumstances outside
But who
their
knows?
control will be
In the
able to
future.
cancel the buff too. But you know, joining other smaller agencies is an option too. Aspiring VTubers
Wait a minute. I think I remember Ma. What's that company again?
entertainment skill or unfortunate circumstances outside their control will be able to cancel the buff too. But you know, joining
Was it Ma 5? There was a company that approached me that I forgot what its name because I don't want to be in the company. Whoa, stupid Areku. Stupid.
other smaller agencies is an option too.
The whole group even followed my Twitter also in the group itself. I forgot the name of it though.
Aspiring VTubers
Not sure
can
how
choose
they
to
are
start
now.
small and join agencies like Prison Project.
It was like
Various,
Willow. It was like a
Open,
company
Friendship,
from the
and others just to
Philippines.
get
They're doing
general
a
feel of the
VTuber group.
industry or even add something to their portfolio. I especially recommend you check out Face Connect. And if you do,
Tell
Sakana.
I said hello.
Thanks for watching this video.
Bruh,
If I missed
that was
something,
nice.
Or if you'd like to correct or add something to
Hey,
the
so
video,
that's the
leave
reaction
it in
for the
comments.
failure of
And if you want to
Nijisanji
support
India.
me, joining my membership or Patreon for exclusive content.
I mean, if they're gonna bring back Nijisanji India, maybe someday, I guess, with other companies. I mean, there's no Philippines yet. Maybe Hololive could expand that way slowly. Not to hype it up that much. But yeah, that's it.